Hello everyone. I'm Anna, the marketing manager for Captain Book. I'm delighted to present how to create your first experience with Captain Book. So without further ado, let's dive right in. After creating your account on Captain Book and complete the verification process, you will receive an email with your account details and what you should do next. Please click Start Selling Now button to proceed. A login area will be prompted. Once you enter your email and password, you will be redirected to the dashboard. If this is your first time accessing it, a wizard will guide you through the product creation process. Let's start with the basics. Click Continue to begin. Choose the first option, it is a new experience. First, to create your experience, you'll need to enter a title. Then, click on the drop-down menu to display a list of categories. Choose the category that best represents your experience. These categories are used to retrieve your experience on the marketplace. So, if a reseller searches for experiences like adrenaline and extreme, your experience will be easily found. Remember, choosing the right category is important to ensure that your experience is seen by the right people. So take your time and pick the one that accurately represents your unique experience. Following by Click Next, you will be required to add a description regarding your experience. When it comes to describing your experience, it's important to see it as a chance to inspire potential guests to book with you. Your description should captivate the reader's imagination, taking them on a journey from the moment they arrive to the end of the experience. It should highlight what makes your experience unique and why guests should choose it over others. Remember, the description is your chance to showcase your passion and enthusiasm for your experience. So take your time, be creative, and let your personality shine through. A great description can make all the difference in inspiring guests to book with you. Click Next to proceed. Add photos to your experience. When it comes to adding photos to your experience, there are a few guidelines to keep in mind. Here are 6 tips to help you choose high-quality photos that accurately represent your experience. Bright and clear. Make sure your photos are well lit, bright, and in color. This will help showcase the details and colors of your experience. Accurate representation. Choose photos that accurately describe your experience. Avoid using photos that may misrepresent what guests can expect. Candid shots. Avoid using posed shots or selfies. Candid shots help guests envision themselves participating in your experience. No filters or graphics. Avoid using filters, text or graphics, logos, or collages in your photos. This can distract from the main focus of the photo. Copyright. Make sure the photos belong to you or you have permission to use them. Avoid using photos that may infringe on someone else's copyright. Cover photo. Your cover photo should showcase people interacting in your experience. Choose a candid photo that represents your experience as a whole. By following these guidelines, you can choose photos that accurately showcase your experience and increase bookings. Remember, photos can be a powerful tool in inspiring guests to book with you, so choose wisely. Let's click Next and jump to the next section. Continue by choosing group type and capacity. Before guests book your experience, it's important to let them know if you operate the experience privately. One booking for a given date will close this date for further bookings, or if you accept multiple bookings for a single date. This information will help guests plan accordingly and avoid confusion. In addition, it's important to let guests know how many people you plan on hosting each time you run your experience. This will help guests determine if your experience is a good fit for their group size and ensure that they have an enjoyable experience. So when creating your experience listing, make sure to clearly state whether you operate the experience privately or accept multiple bookings for a single date. In addition, let guests know the maximum number of people you can accommodate for each experience. Being transparent about these details will help guests make informed decisions and increase the chances of a successful booking. Click Next to continue. Create a pricing category. When setting up your experience on our platform, you have the option to create new pricing categories. This allows you to specify different prices for different groups of people, such as adults and children. To create a pricing category, simply navigate to create a pricing category. From there, you can enter the price per person or per group for this category. It's important to note that internal fares are not bookable by guests, but you can book them manually. This can be useful if you want to offer special pricing to certain groups, such as staff or VIP. Once you have created your pricing categories, you can edit your product later to enable tier pricing. This allows you to offer discounts for larger groups or for guests who book multiple experiences with you. By offering different pricing categories and tiered pricing, you can appeal to a wider range of guests and increase the chances of a successful booking. Click Next and continue. Set up the location your experience will take place. When creating your experience listing, it's important to specify the location where your experience will take place. This information helps guests plan their trip and ensure that your experience is accessible to them. To specify the location of your experience, go to the location section in your experience listing and input either the address or coordinates of the venue. If your business is registered on Google My Business, you can simply type in the business name and the location details will be automatically populated. Remember, providing accurate and detailed information about the location of your experience can increase the chances of a successful booking and help guests have a great experience. Click Next and continue. Set the availabilities. When creating your experience listing, it's important to provide guests with detailed information about the time and date of your experience. This helps guests plan their trip and ensure that they can attend your experience at a convenient time. To enter time and date-based data for your experience, simply navigate to the Availabilities section of your listing. Here, you can specify the start and end times of your experience, as well as the first and the last day you will run this experience. Finally, elect the days of the week you will operate this experience during your schedule. It's a good idea to plan your schedule in advance to attract early bookings. Consider offering a variety of time slots to accommodate different guest schedules and preferences. Now you are all set. So thank you again for taking the time to watch this video. We hope it was helpful. Now you can continue to the next video to learn how to edit this experience. Remember that you can reach us anytime you want to ask more.